What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another market update, and we are focused solely on resale prices for Razor Crest related items. I received dozens, and I really mean that, dozens of messages from you guys asking me to put together another video with an update on resale prices for Razor Crest items. And I think I've literally got everything, spanning the gamut from accessories to the mint on cards, to the Razor Crest itself, to big bundles that included other characters. And the story really is that prices are starting to come down already. So that's a good thing for those of you who don't have it. For those of you that bought multiples, I think that now's probably a pretty good time to list those items if you're trying to unload some of those, because the prices are coming down pretty quickly. Before I dig in any further, I have a couple of channel housekeeping notes. I've got a couple of new Patreon supporters that I wanted to say thank you to. First, Mark Chaplin. Thank you so much, Mark, for becoming a Patreon supporter. Mark has got an incredible collection, a vintage collection, folks. He's got a better miscard collection than I've got. He's got some really incredible items. So Mark and I have known each other for a while now. We, unbeknownst to either one of us, we bid against each other on the Emperor's Royal Guard Leia Bespin Escape miscard that sold. Neither one of us got it, of course, but we both bid on it. And but anyway, Mark, thank you so much for becoming a Patreon. I really appreciate it. And next is Miles Hauk. Miles has been a long-time subscriber to the channel and comments a lot on a lot of my videos, and he became a Patreon supporter as well recently. So thanks to both of you guys, as well as all my other Patreon supporters. You guys allow me to make more and better videos and to pay for more giveaways. And also, one final reminder to Christy Smith. Christy, I have not heard from you regarding your mailing address. You were the winner for the special action figure set 3-pack. And if I don't hear from you soon, by Monday, let's say, then I'm going to draw another winner. And I also still have another giveaway going live right now for the acrylic sliding case for standard mint on cards, and I've got more on the way. I've got a lot of different giveaways that I've still got left to do. Okay, enough channel housekeeping notes. Let's dig into some resale prices. All of these are within the last few days. This was an interesting one. This is the only sale I could find that was like this. This was a baggie that included a bunch of different accessories, so like backpacks and things like that. I don't know if it included the weapons. Yeah, it does. So this is the one that has the weapons that go in the weapon locker for the Razor Crest. And so it's just the baggie, and it sold for $90 shipped. So this is the only one that I found on eBay like that. But that's a pretty big number, given that the Razor Crest for everything sold for $350. But clearly somebody either lost theirs, or they wanted to have even more accessories to display in and around the Razor Crest, because that one sold for big money. $90 is a lot of money for just that little baggie of accessories. This is another interesting one, and another one that was the only one I found like it. That was the Razor Crest Haslab tier unlock of the carbonite slabs. So you've got all the different slabs with some different characters that were, added as a later unlock for Haslab kind of backing. And that one sold for $125 plus $8 shipping. So I think we're going to see, honestly, unless prices continue their steep decline, which I think they're going to level out now. It seems like for the entire Razor Crest, they're kind of leveling out, and we'll go over that a little bit later on. But if prices continue their slide, it makes you wonder if more and more people who bought multiples of the Razor Crest are going to start. I hope they don't do this, but it's possible that when you can get just for the Razor Crest Carbonite set and the Razor Crest weapon accessories, those two combined for $230, where the whole set was $350. If you can get $230 for the carbonite slabs and the accessories, and you'll still have the Razor Crest, and you'll still have the 2 mint on card figures, and you'll still have Mandalorian in the baggie, it makes you wonder if more and more people are going to do that. I hope that doesn't happen, because then you start having a fragmented kind of market, but we'll see. Here was the Mandalorian figure that with the soft goods cape that was a baggie, and the prices have been coming down on this one, which is kind of the premise of this video, is that for the most part the prices are starting to their decline. So this one sold for $98 with free shipping, and then shortly after that this one sold for $95 plus $8 shipping on this one. So technically this is actually a little bit more expensive. That one's $103 after shipping. And then the prices start coming back down a little bit. And this is kind of more in line with where the soft goods Mandalorian Razor Crest example is starting to be priced at. $80 with free shipping. And then shortly after that, this one sold for $72 with $5 shipping. So that's, let's call that $77 and change. So that gives you a rough price point if you're just looking for the Mandalorian soft goods cape version. It's about between, let's call it $70 and $80 roughly for that right now. And it'll be interesting to see if that comes down any further. But that gives you a rough price point if you're still looking for that figure. If you're a completionist or if you're a loose collector and you just want to have it loose out of the packaging, out of the baggie, then that gives you a price point. Okay, now let's talk about the Jawa Elder. This is one, it's really cool. I just love the way this one looks. I like the fact that it's got the alternate kind of accessories inside there. You got the little egg with the yolk kind of spilling out. You've got the knife, the Jawa blaster, a pistol, as well as, well, actually two blasters and a pistol. So he's very well armed. This Jawa is ready to go into Mos Eisley for some drinking. And it seems like the Jawa is the one that tends to have the most damage inside of the Razor Crest packaging. You know, we've talked about the Yak Face 000 from the sail barge and how that one has that kind of factory printing defect with the half circle on the card. It seems like with the Jawa Elder, it's not quite as prevalent that there's damage, but when there is damage, it's the card gets creased. It gets a slight crease to it right down the middle. This one was nice and straight though, so that might tell you why this one sold so expensive. But this one was back on February 17th. So that data is pretty old now relative to, you know, all the Razor Crest starting to enter people's hands. People who have doubles are starting to sell off the mint on cards, things like that. So this is an older data, but this one sold for $132.50 with free shipping on 25 bids. And then the prices are starting to come down a little bit. This one sold the February 23rd, so about a week later, and it looked pretty mint. There was only one photo, so, you know, it had maybe some minor edge wear to it. But about a week later, that's down to $95 with free shipping. The same day as that one, another one sold for $88 plus $5 shipping, so about the same price. Let's call it $93. And this one had maybe just a little bit of wear to it. It looked pretty good, though, overall. Just some kind of minor edge wear. It only had one photo again, so you got to be careful there. Me personally, if you're looking for this mint on card Jawa Elder, I wouldn't buy one on eBay in an auction or buy it now unless the seller provides more photos, because these two, it was just one photo, and it's easier to hide the kind of creasing. It's a faint crease that you can see on the card back. So just be careful on that. Now this one had two photos, but you can see here, this one had a little bit of damage. It had a little crunch down there in the lower right-hand corner on the back, a little bit of crunch on the lower left-hand corner on the back. Very minor edge wear up there at the top near the HA. It has 002. There's some edge wear. So this one was probably at best like an 85, you know, just some minor kind of wear to the card. That one sold for $75 plus $9 shipping. So you can see the prices are coming down depending on the condition and depending on when it sold. You know, this one was a week later versus that really high price point we saw of about $135. Here's another one where there's only one photo. So again, be careful about what you buy. But this one sold for $72 plus $4 shipping, $4.80 shipping. So that's about $77. And it seems that that's where it's leveled out right now for the Off-World Jawa Elder from the Haslab pack. You know, it's about $75 or so. Now, people have made the argument saying, John, you know, there's only 30,000 or whatever it was, 28,000 of these Haslab Razor Crests that were made. And I hear you on that, but I still don't think we're ever going to see sail barge prices. I really don't, because you're talking almost triple the number of units produced. There's two mint on cards inside, And the prices are coming down right now, and we'll see. We'll see. Do I think that the Jawa Elder and Grogu will ever hit the 300 to 350 that we see for VC 000 Yak Face? I don't think so. I don't. It's highly unlikely. I think part of it is because the Power of the Force version of Yak Face, that the VC 000, to get that in the vintage style, or the actual true vintage Kenner, you're talking $10,000 plus, right? None of the the Grogu and the Jawa Elder, they're not, they're never going to be those kind of prices, right? So maybe I'm wrong on that. I think it would, what we could have really set this apart is if they had made that a vinyl cape. I'm thinking out loud right now. If they had made that a vinyl cape Jawa Elder, I could see that one maybe, having some appeal. But this is just so similar to the Jawa, the Off-World Jawa Arvala 7 standard retail release that I just don't see people paying up for it. And, the prices have reflected that. It's gone from $132 to $75 now. So it's come down quite a bit. Let's call that, what is that, 70% or whatever the number is. I can't do math. Math is hard for me. Okay, so let's do the Razor Crest Grogu. Now, again, he's a little bit unique. He's a little bit different than the standard retail release. So he's got that chromed out pram that he comes with. I don't like the way it looks in the package. I just think it looks goofy. I do like the card art though. The card art is really nice. He looks really cool there. And it is labeled Grogu versus the Razor Crest versus the Child, which is what the retail release goes for. But this one started out. This one sold for 180 Great British pounds. And this was about a week and a half ago or a week ago, whatever it is. That's $244 US. That's a big number. That's a big number. And it's come down since then. So this one sold for $165. That sold, a few days ago. And this one sold February 22nd for $122.50 plus $5 shipping. So let's call that $127. And it seems like the Grogu doesn't have the packaging issues for the most part that the Jawa does. It seems like the Jawa has the stronger creasing issues from being packed in the Razor Crest. Let me know if you guys disagree with that. I'd love to hear comments from those of you who actually bought the Razor Crest. I'm only going on secondhand information and what I find on eBay. It just seems like there's a lot more mint Grogus. And maybe that will be reflected later on in the prices. Maybe the prices will continue to come down for Grogu. But at least right now, relative to the Off-World Jawa Elder, Grogu commands a little bit of a premium. This one sold for $112 on February 23rd. This is another one that sold on February 22nd. And it looked pretty clean, but it had a little bit of wave to the card. That one sold for about $101 after shipping. And so that gives you a rough idea of what the prices have done for the Jawa. So the Jawa's gone from $244 to $165 to $122 to $112 to $91. So, right now it seems like there's a very slight premium versus the Jawa, which is kind of like settling in around $70 to $80. Grogu's more like 100, let's call it 95 to 120, somewhere in that ballpark. And I think it's a better item. I mean, to me, it presents a lot nicer. And of course, the fact that they're unpunched is also really, really cool. All right, so now let's talk about, to finish out the video, let's talk about some Razor Crest items. And I'm going to include some, not only just the sealed examples, but also a lot of these package deals. There's a lot of folks that are selling the Razor Crest along with other figures. I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe it's because they want to try to command a premium, or they got doubles and they just want to kind of slap it all in together. But this was an interesting sale, and the most expensive of the lot. This was the Haslab Razor Crest, and it was taken out of the mailer box so you could see the condition, because a lot of people, they're getting there. We've seen it on Instagram where a lot of people are getting theirs beat up. FedEx or whoever is damaging the mailer box, and when they open the Razor Crest out, the retail vintage collection Razor Crest packaging is dinged up or bent, and it's, got holes in the card, God forbid. But this one included the 211 Maldo crease version of Mandalorian. It included the Walmart exclusive from last year with the Child. It had the carbonized version of the Mandalorian. It had the carbonized armorer. It looked like the carbonized Incinerator Trooper. It had the, oh gosh, I can't remember his name. My brain's not working right now. It had the, the blue guy. My brain's not working. It's early. And then we had the Jawa Elder, in addition to the Razor Crest. So that was a big lot. That was a really nice package. It also included that little stupid, Yoda pin that a lot of us didn't get when we pre-ordered the VC-177 version of Mandalorian and Grogu. Anyway, that one sold for $968 with free shipping on 9 bids. So that's the biggest number. But again, it included a lot of extras, a lot of Walmart exclusives and things like that. I don't know how this one got switched around and went to the wrong area, but this one was $160 for both figures. So that's about $80 a piece. Well, let's call it $90 or $85 a piece after shipping. So that's a pretty good deal for both of them together, relative to the prices that we saw for them individually. So maybe if you can find a good example like this where you've got pretty clean cards, both of these were really clean. If they're selling them together in an auction, you might get a better deal than buying them separately. Back to the Razor Crest prices. Now this one was fully opened, right? It showed the stand. Here's the stand for it. I bet some people will sell that individually too. I didn't look that up. It included both mint on cards. And then here's the box. Now it did say it was opened. That one sold for $820 plus another $35 shipping, so $850 or thereabouts. This one sold for $875 on free shipping. That was a fully sealed one. So again, you don't know what you're getting there, but it looked pretty clean. The outside box looked clean, but you can see some damage to the top there of the shipper box. So, again, you're taking the risk as the buyer that it's going to be in mint condition when you open it up. You don't know. Here's another one. This one was sealed. That one sold for $710 plus $75 shipping. So let's call that $785. And that seems to be about where the Razor Crest has settled out. Now, we saw a high price of about $1,400. And then it kind of started dipping down to under $1,000 to about $910 in the last market update. But this one sold for $700. It shows the box, and it shows the stand that it comes with and all the pieces that are still inside the box that hasn't been taken out of the retail packaging, but it has been opened. And the price reflected that, right? So it sold for $700 on free shipping. And then this one was a sealed box, unopened, and it sold for $750. So it's coming down. It's coming down in price, even for sealed, boxes. Now, again, this one didn't have a lot of photos. It only showed 2 photos. So you don't know if there's damage that he's hiding. And it looks like down here, you can see a hole punch through that mailer box. Whether that affected the actual vintage collection retail packaging, who knows? But, so anyway, I just want to share this information because I know a lot of you bought multiples. You bought a lot of them as an investment. And the question, or the dilemma as an owner of multiples, do you wait for the market to settle out, or is the price going to continue to decline and then maybe hit a bottom and then go back up again? It seems like the bottom is going to be about $700. $700 to $750 is going to be about the bottom right now, at least on eBay. And I think that long term, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, does it get up to $2,000 the way the sale barge has? I don't think so, but it probably will go back up, right? There'll probably be newer collectors as the Mandalorian season 3, comes, and a lot of other Disney Plus content comes to market. Do new collectors get reeled in, and then they want to buy this? Because this is kind of like the holy grail, right? This and the sale barge are kind of the holy grail for vehicles. And does it get back up to into four figures again, $1,000 plus? Probably at some point. But at the meantime, you've got a lot of holding costs, right? You got space costs because it takes up so much room. So it's all just information that I wanted to provide to you guys because, number one, subscribers requested it. But number two, a lot of you bought multiples, and that's the reason that this project got backed. 28,000 units sold. So, but best of luck to whatever you guys decide to do with them, and comment below with what your intentions are if you got multiples, whether you plan on kind of selling now or do you let the market settle out. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing as it really helps out the channel. Please consider leaving a like and a comment, because that helps out the logarithms at YouTube to get my videos in front of more viewers. Thanks so much, and I'll be back soon.